That's what I'm saying. My people will come to the end of another episode.
Oh yeah, just want to say as well.
Man said, hold on.
Oh no. Just shout out.
That's not your job.
He said the boss was like, no.
That's a good thing. They said, be like, oh my God, it's me.
Good morning.
Bro, I hear that.
You saying, man? Oh god, fam. Hey, what's this? Are you lilac today, fam? What's this?
It's pastel pink.
Pastel pink.
I got pastel kits.
You got breakfast for yourself. Let's not do that. You got breakfast for yourself. Let's not do that. Let's not on the phone to me, bro. Wait, hold on.
We just left, fam. We just left.
You just left. So what me? What do you mean? All day it's 10 o'clock.
Yeah, but we've been up since early, fam. 6.
Maximum of 5 hours. Coca-Cola.
Hold on. So you.
What kind of a mix is this?
So which one's what's for me?
That's for me.
Alright, so then what?
I can smell maple syrup.
Coca melon.
Nah, that's it.
Maple syrup. Coca melon. Hey, leave my pancakes, bro.
Oh shit.
Yes, Mother's Day is approaching.
Yeah.
Sunday the 26th, I think. Yeah. All of that good stuff.
27.
27.
Yeah,
Yeah,
something like that, man. What I know is it's the Sunday.
It's the Sunday.
Yeah.
And I think there's different perspectives to take from it. Some people will be spending it with their family. Some people won't through different circumstances. I wanted to take a different take on it because I think a lot of people would take the general take on, spending it around your family. Even something personal to me in that, I've got an auntie who I've spoken about previously and, she lost her son he was my first cousin. And so, when it comes to Mother's Day, she spends it around us, but I can only imagine how difficult it is for some of the mothers and fathers out there, but the mothers especially on Mother's Day, who have lost a child, that was her only child. And I can imagine how that must feel, and then also still having to be around the people who are trying to kind of keep it happy and Mother's Day, flowers, this, cards, all the rest of that, and yet internally you have something that you're like, you feel like you're almost kind of putting on a face for everyone else. So yeah, I think there's different perspectives to take from Mother's Day. I think you just have to hopefully be grateful that there's just good women in your life, regardless of if they're your mother or someone else's mother or whatever it might be.
Yeah,
definitely.
There's
But
some wicked ones out there.
Yeah. So
wicked ones.
Yeah, that was sort of my take on Mother's Day. But
when it comes to Mother's Day, one of the things I liked was, I think Moonpig, before they start bombarding you with emails and messages about cards and Mother's Day, they'll send you the option to unsubscribe. Yeah. So you don't have to see it. Because I was like, that's someone that's very thoughtful in their team. Because not everyone will want to see that. And like you were saying, it might be a reminder of something that they've gone through. Everything like that. I lost my mom when I was 16. Mother's Day over here, being in March, it doesn't really affect me as much because I'm like, it hasn't really hit home because Mother's Day everywhere. I still don't understand that why. Yeah. Mother's Day everywhere else I've been is in May. Only in the UK I've noticed that it's in March. I'm like, all right, cool, fair enough. Whatever. Yeah, you lot want to be extra.
UK is backwards. It's Andrew.
So the first Mother's Day I came here, they're like, oh yeah, it's Mother's Day, blah blah. What are you doing for it? I was like, didn't really hit home. I didn't really feel anything about it. Then a couple years after, I started thinking, I was like, maybe I should be a bit nicer around this time. Because I know to myself, there's certain periods of time where I'm not the best. I'm not in the best moods. Around my mom's birthday and around when she died. Coincidentally, she actually died 2 days before Mother's Day everywhere else. Okay. So she died in May.
Like May.
Yeah, she died in May. It's the 9th of May. So then, I know I'm not the best to be around because I'm just quiet and very somber. And I don't like people are wondering, oh, is he okay? Or I know he's not okay, but what can I do? Because I never have an answer to give them. There's nothing you really can do. This is just me. I'm going through something and then I'll be fine. I'll bounce back a week later. So what I tend to do is I'll just go missing. I'll take the week off work. One of the guys in the office actually joked around this year. He's like, oh, you're taking the missus away for Valentine's Day? I was like, no, it's my mom's birthday. He's like, oh, okay, cool. Because I happened to just take that week off. And they notice every time they look back at the calendars, I've always taken the week of Valentine's Day off. Mom's birthday. She had, I think, the best days to be born.
Yeah.
So, like, so I'd always just go missing them times. And just go through whatever I'm feeling. Sometimes it's thoughts. I'm like, she's here, blah, blah, blah. She's not. I'll write poems to her. I'll be like, yeah, this is what's been going on now. There's one time I did an update post and then talked about stuff that's been happening with my brother, stuff with me. And then I just signed it off like, yeah, I'll catch up with you later. So hope you're all right. But yeah, I don't really like the day, but I don't dislike the day because I know at the same time there's other mothers and people out there and other good women in my life. So I want them to be happy and celebrate. So I'll always make sure like I'll buy flowers or get it delivered to them. Even if I'm not around, make sure they have something to do. And it shows that I've still appreciated the impact they've had in my life.
It's okay to feel and go through the man.
What about you, Sia?
Can you relate, bro?
Yeah, of course, man. Obviously, like my boy Denz, I lost my mum when I was 5, so a lot younger. But I still like have very strong memories of her for being so small. But yeah, with me, Mother's Day, obviously my aunt, my mum's older sister raised me, and my godmother. So I've been around women all my life. Do you know what I mean? So it is a special day, regardless of not having my mum to celebrate.
Of course.
I still got other strong women to celebrate.
Of course.
Do you know what I mean? So I still take time to celebrate those women who helped raise me and make me into the person I am today. And yeah, like Denz, I just chat to my mum, just have a little conversation, touch base. Before, when I was younger, I used to talk to her like pretty much every day. But as I've got older,
you kind of,
I think the frequency in which I chat to her has lessened. But when I do speak to her, it
got a lot to say. Like.
It's longer and it's more
intimate.
It's more, do you know what I mean? And I just think it's a part of life and just being busy and raising my own kids and working. Do you know what I mean? You just don't really have the time. But when I do sit down to chat to her, it's in depth. So yeah, Mother's Day will be a day when I obviously have that lengthy conversation. But yeah, man, I mean, I don't really get sad about it anymore. Do you know what I mean?
I heard that.
It's weird because before I used to get like proper like in my feels, but I don't know, I feel like I'm at peace. I'm at peace with knowing that she's looking down on man and she's in a better place.
100%.
Do you know what I mean? So I don't get upset anymore. I just
it's more a celebration of her and her work.
Exactly. Do you know what I mean? And for me, like I've got two daughters who for me resemble her. So it's like I'm happy,
you've been blessed
man. I'm blessed. I've been sent down a piece of her via them. So
twofold.
Do you know what I mean? So yeah, man, it's a good day, man. It's a nice day for me. I don't have any ill feelings towards it. And like I said, I've got other women who raised me, who I celebrate. So
I think you know what, you guys are a testament to our parents. Do you know what I mean? Like obviously, mum's not around at the moment, but if she was here, you know, she'd be super proud of the both of you.
100%.
Like just with what you guys have
achieved
and the trials you've gone through in life and how you've overcome them.
Great men.
And how you are today, like testament, honestly. Do you know what I mean? So big up you lot self. Big up you lot self. You lot are doing your mothers proud. Do you understand?
Try my best day.
Trying.
Hey.
But yes, for just mothers, women in general, you know, you don't even have to be You know, everyone's got the
You don't have to give
lovely
birth. You don't have to give birth to be a mother.
Yeah.
You see what I'm saying?
You don't have to give birth
Just
to be
give
a
a
mother.
round of
You
applause
just
for
need to be
all the
a
mothers
good figure.
All the mothers out there.
We love you.
Big up
Keep
Mama
going.
Drama Pod.
We love you.
Big up Mama
word,
Drama.
man.
Yeah.
Word,
Big up
man.
Mama Drama
Some
Pod.
real mothers.
Yeah.
This is for you.
Yeah, we love it, man.
Yeah, man.
Love that, man.
Yeah, man. So as you guys saw, I took a pilgrimage.
Yeah, you did.
You see, you went to the mountains.
Went to the mountains, fam. Went to the mountains, fam.
Man said he was to go and chill with the goats and that.
Yeah, the
Chilling
goats
in
and
Gozo.
yeah.
The Maltese goats.
bro.
Sean and Peggy.
Yeah.
Peggy the
But
Persian.
yeah, man. So obviously, I took a solo trip to Malta recently.
Yeah.
And a lot of people ask me why I decided to go. And I think what's this guy laughing?
I ain't gonna say it.
This guy. What? anyway, fam.
Go nuts.
Yeah, man. I felt like it's always something that I've wanted to do. I felt like even though it's not immediate plans, I don't know. I do see my life possibly elsewhere.
Yeah.
And I thought to myself, how can I do that? And I even gone on a solo trip. I haven't been able to, because whenever I go on holiday with people, I love it because you know it's an experience with people.
Fun.
But at the same time, I still have to, even though we could go off and do our own things, I still have to be considerate to an extent of what the person wants to do.
Yeah, who you've come with.
Do you see what I'm saying? Which isn't a problem. It's not a problem. But I think that's also another dimension which helped grow on that holiday actually, which was there were times where I did feel alone.
Yeah.
But it's literally a thing where that was the time to make sure that I have to make a decision for myself.
Yeah.
Do I want to get up and go somewhere? Do I want to just chill and relax? Because I'm so used to being busy.
Go all the time.
How did that make you feel when you felt alone when you was out there?
Missed you lot. Missed my woman.
Yeah.
Missed my family. Yeah, I missed you guys. But then I was just thinking to myself like, all right, cool. I can miss you guys, but.
Fam, you're gonna see us in 2 days, bro.
Yeah.
Like,
But do you know what it is?
what am I
The
gonna do
days
right
were
now?
very slow, and it was just like. But I was thinking I had to do other stuff to make myself, to keep myself like busy.
Do you think, so now that you've experienced that,
Yeah,
being in another country,
yeah,
on your jacks,
Yeah.
doing stuff by yourself,
yeah,
obviously you had the vision of potentially in the future going, like, you know, living elsewhere.
yeah.
Now that you've experienced that, do you feel as if that's something you could do?
100%. Because I feel like, you know, whenever someone, emigrates somewhere, I feel like they do go through the whole, feeling lonely, having to adapt to a whole new scenery. I feel like if that was to happen to me, I'd still go through that, but it wouldn't be an alien feeling.
Yeah.
I've got this kind of, and many more experiences to kind of, to go off and be like, oh, okay, this is what I did.
Fair enough.
And one thing I enjoyed was that I met so many different people. Like being in London, multicultural, everything like that. You just you take it for granted about all the different types of people that you walk past and come across that have had so many different walks in life.
They're easier to talk to abroad.
Yeah.
That's the thing.
London's
multicultural, but everyone just minding their own business.
Yeah.
We're just
out there.
When people define something as multicultural, I think of loads of cultures living together, integrating and working together to a common goal. London doesn't feel like that. London feels like a lot of people living together, working towards their own goals. So we're a lot of cultures that just live together. We just happen to be in the same place.
That's very true.
That's how I feel it.
That's very true.
So would you is it more so something you can consider in your kind of I guess your 30s, 40s moving abroad, or is it more so something that you're thinking like, you know, when I'm like 50, 60, going to retirement, like I could, you know, some people don't want to retire here; they want to retire in Jamaica. Or something.
Who knows? I see you running a cocktail bar on a beach in Tenerife.
Who knows, man? In a floral shirt, innit?
Shauce shack.
Man, I'm getting old. I don't want to be living here.
Yeah, I don't know. I just felt like I don't know when it all happens. It's something that, you know, it's just I've always been open to. But yeah, just shout out some of the people that I met out there as well, because they really made it fun out there. Do you know what I mean? I met this one guy as well, Swedish guy. I think he must. Man was telling me about Sweden in the 60s, so I don't know how old he was.
Oh, rough.
Fair enough.
Probably like 50, 60. And it's so weird how we met, but we was just chatting about everything. I thought to myself, all right, let me ask him what he does. Man just says, I just do fun. He says I do fun.
Fair enough.
What?
He says I do fun. He says, I said, okay, so are you retired? He said, no, I'm not retired. I just don't work. I just do what I want to do, what's fun for me. He was expressing the fact that you know, he meditates a lot. He had this calmness about him. Like I asked him questions, man would take a deep breath, almost close his eyes and then respond. You know what I mean?
You met Yoda.
Yeah, literally. Like, man said, like, he was just telling me about
Senseis collide.
Senseis collide. That might be the title.
No, words. When senses collide, I like that.
But yeah, bro, it's one of those ones where it's just like we had a very good talk. I wish we had the time for me to go into in depth of what we spoke about, but it's just I was very grateful to have that interaction there.
What did he mean by fun though?
Yeah.
Check him out when he told you one-on-one.
No. I just have fun.
No, nothing like that. Come on.
Yeah, because based on our last pods and stuff.
You seem to be the favourite.
Nah,
you know.
but no, you just saying that he used to be in the party,
Taking notes.
he used to be in the pot, like obviously partying, drinking, obviously this and that. He used to live in like the party city or the party place where I stayed, St. Julian's.
Oh yeah.
And
Julian.
and then
Julian's
basically
Bay.
he just said like one time I think something happened to him and he just felt that he needed to
Live life.
not just live life but find out. He wanted to learn about what's inside him. Do you know what I mean? Like you only have one body. How does he not know? I think he asked me how many bones are there in the body. Do you know?
206.
It's 206, isn't it? But he said not a lot of people know that. Not a lot of people know.
Not a lot of people know themselves.
Exactly. He said you only got one body. You have to learn it. So when I asked him about what he does, he just said that literally. I met him on a cruise, bro. Like I'm here because I'm exploring. He's been living here for 12 years. Like I was thinking, what are you doing?
No.
You know what I mean?
I understand that point because a lot of people live in cities that other people come to holiday to.
Yeah,
but they never experience the tourist attractions.
Yeah.
Like London.
London.
Exactly.
I've lived there my whole life, never been on London now.
See?
Yeah,
See?
same.
There's things that we just walk past and we take for granted because we live here. We don't actually experience it.
Yeah.
And there's other people coming here to experience it because it's fun. So in that respect, I can understand his life about just doing fun.
Yeah.
I don't know if I could subscribe to it entirely though, because I need structure. Those things have their people. I'm not one of them.
That's it.
That's it.
Do you know what? Yeah.
Because when you said I just do fun, my body twitched.
No. Fair. No, to be fair, that wasn't the words that he said, but that's basically what he meant.
Yeah, that was the essence of it. Yeah.
To be honest, I can mess with that still.
Yeah.
Having been through a few bereavements myself, quite more than I should have needed to have been through. You kind of get a new sort of outlook on life, and you kind of think to yourself, do you know what? That's why sometimes you kind of go into like a little web or a little spiral of feeling down and stuff like that, because you think, okay, I'm reaching a certain age. I look around me, you look on social media, people are doing things, you look around you, people are doing things, or life just doesn't seem sort of like fair Do you get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And then you're thinking, right, I really want to live a certain way, but I don't know if I've got the luxury to be able to go out and do that.
Yeah.
Because, like you said, you need structure and you need to be able to survive. And you need to put your priorities in place. Like,
No, but you can build those things into your structure. That's the thing.
yeah, but then it's like, nah, I hear you. You're
You
right.
take
You're
ownership
right. You have
for
to take
it.
time and you take ownership for it. But sometimes when the reality of your circumstances hit you, you're like, right, you know what? How do I actually really get out of this? Do you get where I'm coming from?
Yeah.
Like, if I'm keeping it a buck, like, obviously, you know that anyone knows that if you work hard enough or if you work smart enough or you have a plan and you stick to it, with enough time, you can get
you can get somewhere,
But then, when the realities of life hit you and, you know, you got family there, that you got responsibilities, priorities, you got to think, you know what, okay, do I do this or do I put food in my fridge?
Yeah.
Do you get what I'm saying? Do I do that or do I stay disciplined and need to save up for travel to go to work? You get where I'm coming from?
No,
You know?
I hear you.
Do I get a car or do I not get a car and save that money so that I can just travel to it or just have a little savings just in case you never know what's around the corner? Do you get what I'm saying? So it's like, when you kind of understand the essence of that, because remember, when we see a lot of people online and stuff like that, a lot of people don't actually live away from home. They have the luxury of staying at home with a parent. Do you get what I'm saying? So they're able to do a lot more things. When you don't have that luxury and then you actually don't have a safety net under that.
Yeah. It's a different ball game. It's
a different ball game. All you have is you.
When £600-700 plus is coming out your account for rent and things like that.
Like £600-700, I wish.
Plus, as in, like, if you're sharing, like, say if you're sharing with someone, and like you're going half or something.
Even then, it's more than that.
No, it's crazy. It's crazy.
Yeah, man. But this is the thing. This is what you were saying earlier. The cost of living in London,
It's peak, bro.
it is wild.
It's peak.
It is wild, and obviously with this inflation, it's probably gonna get worse.
It's going to
man.
drive people out. You know what? Stay strong,
man.
people.
Stay strong. And that's one thing I'll say, just whatever circumstances you are in life, don't crack. That's it. Just stay resilient.
100%.
If you stay resilient, you'll always get to the end of the tunnel.
That's what I'm saying. My people come to the end of another episode.
Oh yeah, just want to say as well.
Man said, hold on.
No. I just wanted to shout out.
That's your job.
He said the boss was like, no.
I just wanted to shout out the people that I met as well. So shout out Kemba, Alex, Renee,
Julian Timber.
Alex, Renee, and Nans. And some of the Frenchmen.
Like, big up you lot. Some of the Frenchmen. Hey, them
Frenchmen.
Frenchmen riot like no one's business.
Shout out Jan. Shout out, I forgot your name, but you remember the Uber to the airport.
Shout out the whole of the motor crew.
Yeah, man, the motor crew, fam. But yeah, anyway, do your travels, man. Shout out Peggy.
Hey, Peggy the Persian.
My rental.
Your engine.
But anyway, yeah, man.
Can I say it now?
Yeah, you can say it, man.
We come to the end of another episode.
I like that you had to ask that first though.
You didn't have to.
Yeah, but you've been here with Aaron.
Been here with man like Shapes.
A man like Shauce.
A man like DCB, aka Chargy D, aka Angle Man Dan.
And shout out to our special guest.
Shout out to our
Hey, round of applause for man like Denz.
So dope.
Back again.
But yeah, man.
Peace and love, guys.
Peace and love, guys. Thanks a lot for having me.
So just hold on. So actually, do I'll do it.
Clap. Bro, I'll make you something, bro. Am I moving mad?
Yeah. You trying to run it now?
Looking for it last time I was going on holiday because I was like, alright, I have to take pics every time I go out. So and I'm like, I ain't seen it.
Them Albanian man don't.
I had a pair of pretty much fresh white all-stars, not all-stars, sorry, superstars, Adidas superstars, yeah. And I have not been able to find them anywhere. For
you know, things just go missing, you know.
I'm talking like this was like 6-7 years ago. I'm like, right, you asked me to take a size 11 shoe.
I have clothes in my yard that I've never seen since I moved into my new yard, and I brought them with me.
Yeah.